what's up, guys? I'm Evan behind the camera. His friend, Sky. But today we're gonna be reviewing this tackle box from Northern Pike Lewers. We're gonna start here and move all the way down up to here, and then review that. So let's start here. Spoons are great. They flash. I'd recommend silver for clear and gold for murky water. 5 Diamonds is a great spoon, especially these for ice fishing. You want to get their attention. Red Devils, about this size, are the best, one of the best lures or spoons for Northern Pike. And then jigs are like the best lure in the world. I'm just gonna get, it's not gonna focus. There's this. It flashes like this. You reel it in. Or some brands that call these road runners because you just reel it. Those are great. These rattle, they get their attention. Buckshot. It's not the greatest, but the piker pigs. Let's face it, but that's good. These little spoons, not really. Let's see here. These things are great for rigness. This isn't my tackle box, guys, so don't comment. This squishy thing is great for a big pike. If it's especially when you're in an area with perch, it's great. Now these are very good for deep fishing, especially not really in weeds because they dive down like this, and then when it catch weeds it goes like this. It doesn't really have good action. So Canadian wigglers, they sink. They do not float like these guys do. They would normally float, and then once you reel it up, it dives. Same with these guys. And fun fact, the shorter the nose, like this part that I'm holding, that's how far it goes. So this will probably go about a foot down, which is the smally type. This maybe around 5-10 feet. Really nice. But that's pretty much these are called jerk baits. They're pretty good. Bass, but that's not the point of this video. That they're good for bass too. These guys, you know what? If you're in a rocky area, they kind of look like crawfish, so they will imitate one, and that goes for all of them. Or if you can get a little crawfish thing. This little thing, this is great for bass and pike. It's great. Every single lure that we are going to show in this video is good for pike, except these. These are monster spoons. Yeah. These are pretty good. If you get there are some of these that are collector's items, so try not to use them all. These sink. These sink. Same thing. Those are good. I'll get to that. Crankbait. My goodness, are these good? They rattle. They look like chug bubbas. They're bass candy and jack candy. The next thing would be these little perch colored things. And they are great because, you know what, they're really easy. They move like this. Really gets their attention. And yeah, anything with 3 of these treble hooks, you should not, because if a big northern comes up, ka-chows it, swallows it, it's not going to end up well. I've had that happen with a pike. It's basically a nightmare. And then these. Thank you, Tyler, for this. So these little gold minnows, they're like $10 for like 20. They're really good. You took a little hook in there. They're really nice for bass and jack.
You just put the hook through here.
Yeah, you put the hook Well, sometimes, not always, but most of the time you do. That's for ice fishing. These jigs, all jigs are great, except these flies. Like, you can go fly fishing for jack, but you shouldn't use these tiny little things for flies. Tubes, such as these, especially so small. It's focusing. It's not the greatest because it's so small and
you want them around like this size.
Yeah, but a bit thicker.
A bit thicker, like this size.
Yeah, because I have had those get ripped.
Yeah,
and it's not
that
fun.
Stretchy.
Now let's
these
move
ones
on
are more stretchier
to spinners. Rooster tails, Mep spinner. Great. It flashes, so much clang, so much noise. I actually, maybe a month ago, I had my brother, he was using one of these, but Mep's brand, and he caught he lost a huge pike, like master pike. And we are in Canada, so pike are a piece of existence up here, so we are in Manitoba, so big jigs like these, sometimes they're not the greatest, but sometimes they are. Red hooks I would not recommend, but not unless you're fishing with colorblind fish, then I would not recommend it.
What are colorblind fish?
No, just joking. That is that, maybe. A jigging wrap. I think that's a form of a jigging wrap. Yeah, I was gonna focus.
Is there a back on there?
Yeah, it's a jigging wrap. It's great for ice fishing, for walleye too. That's good. And then we've got pickerel rigs that just catches any.
There's some big hooks on that.
Big hooks. You can put any size hooks. You can put treble hooks, whatever. These big bohemian spoons not really work the greatest, not unless you're fishing for Sasquatches. That's all you're gonna get. Digging down here. These things, perch color ones. Let's face it, guys. Jack love perch, and if you don't try these, you're probably gonna miss out on a lot of jack. Anyways, let's see here. Do you have anything? Oh yes. Well, this isn't the best, but you're showcasing every single thing. But this is pretty good. Anything will catch any fish, as I usually say. That weight, nothing. Let's see. This isn't my tackle box, guys. I said that several times. More pickerel rigs. Pickerel rigs are like one of the best ice fishing lures that you can ever, in line. But the type of line that I would recommend for northern pike, if you're going for a big northern pike, I'd recommend maybe, let's see here. Well, smaller northern pike, maybe 12, 13 pound line. Smaller pike, 7 to 10. Because they get line shy, like with the wire leaders. Where are they? These leaders, no, those are not leaders. These wire leaders, the big pike get line shy, so they will hesitate. Jigs. Just a quick question, Tyler. What
with these lures here?
Take not one of those. Those are for big fish. What kind of hook is that? It's a jig. And what is this?
That's minnow fishing.
That is not even nothing. That's bluegill fishing. We don't have bluegill here. Taking up to snap swivels. I recommend a snap swivel. This is a humongous snap swivel. It's huge. Okay, Tyler, what do you want to say?
Some people put their lines through here. It's not what you're actually supposed to do.
Yeah, it'll interfere it, and it'll just get caught.
Take take your bait all the way down and hook it on here.
Yeah, that's where you put it. The hooks. I'd recommend you keep the hooks off, especially when traveling.
Yeah.
It'll just ruin your day, especially when you get stuck. Like I said, these flies aren't the best. Tubes. What the heck is this? Okay. Moving on. The equipment that you should have for Jack: 10-pound line, like I said, pliers, because they will swallow their piggies, hogs.
Piggies, hogs.
A 50-pound weight, scale. What the heck are these? What the heck are these? Those wisdom teeth removers?
No. This is to pick up the fish and without holding it with hands.
Yeah, you pick up the lip.
You pick up the lip with it.
Yeah.
And then you would be able to hold the back of it.
Okay,
Hey,
let me
try it on this.
Yeah.
So, what it would be like is pulling this back. You get the.
You take the lip.
Yeah.
So here's the mouth. Joe, put it on my finger. Like you put it on the mouth, like maybe like so you don't need to hold it. And the ambulance. Let me tell you the type. Moving on. The type of rod that you would want.
So this is basically.
You interrupted me.
This is basically what it would look like.
Later.
This would be the lip you hold it on, and you would hold it down here also.
Yeah. Okay, so now moving on. Don't interrupt me. On the type of rod you do want some flex, but you don't want it to flex completely. I would not recommend casting with an ice fishing rod. You can, but you won't get anywhere. It's only going to cast like 10 feet. Now, I'd recommend a medium to light action. You can use an ultralight. It may not work. But it will do the job. But it will flex a lot. Medium, they will flex, but not much.
Hello. Okay.
And the type of line, 10-pound to 12-pound. People use like 15-pound.
Come on, man. Like, where's your smart?